All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to break down 4 of the most useful words in all of Japanese. Seriously, these are the words you'll use constantly for pointing at things and just talking about stuff. By the end of this, you're going to feel way more comfortable using them.
So how do you point at things in Japanese? How do you say this thing or that thing way over there? It seems basic, but Japanese has this really cool, super logical system for it that's all about where you're standing. And that entire system, it all boils down to one simple idea: distance. But it's not just any distance. It's about how far something is from you, the speaker, and from the person you're talking to. It's a 3-way rule, and once it clicks, it just makes perfect sense.
So let's break it down with what I call the me, you, us rule. Super simple. If something's near me, the speaker, I use kore. If it's near you, the listener, I use sore. And if it's far away from both of us, well, that's when we use are. That's it. Kore, sore, are. Me, you, us.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. That's what really makes it stick, right? So picture this. You're in a convenience store in Japan with a friend.
So you're browsing and you pick up a can of coffee. It's literally in your hand, so it's close to you, the speaker. What do you use? Of course, you use kore and ask your friend, "Kore wa ikura desu ka?"
Which just means, how much is this? Because you're holding it, kore is the perfect word. Simple.
Okay, now your friend points to a different drink on the shelf, one that's right next to them. Now, from your perspective, that drink is near the listener, which is your friend. So they're going to use sore and say, "Sore wa 150 yen desu."
And that just means that one is 150 yen. See how the perspective shifted? It was kore for the thing in your hand, but sore for the thing near your friend. It's all about who is speaking and where the object is relative to them.
Then, you both look up and spot something interesting way up on a high shelf, all the way across the store. It's not near you, and it's not near your friend. It's far from both of you. So naturally, you'd ask, "Are wa nan desu ka?"
Yep, what is that over there? You both use are because you share that distance from the object. And boom, kore, sore, are. You just had a complete, totally logical conversation.
All right, you're getting the hang of this. Let's level up. I'm going to give you a quick tip that will help you dodge one of the most common mistakes that beginners make. Getting this right will make you sound so much more natural.
Here's the deal. Kore, sore, and aru, they act like nouns all by themselves. Think of them as meaning this one or that one. This is super important because it means you can't just tack another noun, like book or pen, on right after it. So, for example, if you want to say, "This is a book," you have to say, "Kore wa hon desu." It's a full sentence. You absolutely cannot say, "Kore hon." It just doesn't work grammatically because kore already means this one. So kore hon is kind of like saying this one book, which is just wrong.
Okay, so we've covered pointing at stuff, but what about asking questions? Well, there's one more piece to this puzzle that you need to complete your pointing toolkit. And the best part? It follows the same pattern.
And that word is dore. This is your secret weapon for asking which one. When you've got a few choices in front of you and you need to ask which specific one, dore is your go-to. Let's go back to our scene. Imagine there are 3 different cups on the table. To ask your friend which one is yours, you'd simply ask, "Dore ga anata no desu ka?"
And now, watch this. This is where it all comes together so perfectly. Your friend can just point and answer using the exact same rules we already learned. If they point to the cup right in front of them, they'll say, "Kore desu," this one. If they point to the one closer to you, they'll say, "Sore desu," that one. And if it's a cup a bit further away from both of you, they'll say, "Are desu." The whole system just works. It's beautiful.
All right, that's the whole system. We've covered it all. Let's do a super fast review to lock it in your brain. And then, I've got a little challenge for you.
So here's the complete toolkit, all in one place. Kore is for things near me. Sore is for things near you. Are is for things far from both of us. And dore is the question word, which one? It's just a clean, powerful, and really logical system. Okay, so here's my challenge. Don't just close this and move on. Right now, I mean it, look around the room you're in. Point to something right next to you and say out loud "kore wa" and name it. Then find something all the way across the room and say "are wa." Go ahead, actually try it. The only way to make this stuff stick is to actually do it. So, what's the first thing you're going to point at?